Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Lilbow and ShoWTimE on Prion Terraces. In the bottom side of the map, we have the red Protoss player representing Germany and Team Millennium. It is ShoWTimE. And in the top side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player representing also Team Millennium and the nation of France. It is Lilbow. So Germany versus France, but they are teammates in Team Millennium, which means they have done this so many times before. And let's get right on into it. Our weekly PvP. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, I do one weekly PvT, one weekly TvT, and one weekly ZVZ. For those of you who play on the ladder, you know you run into mirror matchups, and it's good to see what the pros do. It's good to see what can work. It's good to see how to respond to certain strategies in mirror matchups. So for those of you who play Protoss, those of you who are Lilbow fans, those of you who are ShoWTimE's fans, this is for you. Kisses. Alright, both players again opening exactly the same. We have two assimilators, two gateways, and two sets of probes. Rather, one set of probes being made right now. And we're going to see how this is going to work out. Sometimes we see adept openings. However, Stalkers pretty much shut that down hard. So I would not be surprised to see if we just bypass Adepts entirely and go for Stalkers here in the early game. Adepts could be good towards the mid game, or I guess the late early game, but not really the first thing you want to make, in my professional opinion. Both players going for that gateway expand awesomeness, getting the gas from the assimilator and tucking into the cybernetics core at the exact same time here too, and getting more workers. Looks like Lilbow is playing a little bit faster. A little bit faster than ShoWTimE is, doing the exact same darn thing though. Both players even scouting at the same time. They must know this build inside and out. Maybe they've even talked about it, discussed the timings as teammates, practiced it against each other a million times. And now come the twists. I think once that cyber core is finished, we're going to see the differences begin with the two builds we're seeing from our two Protoss players. Scouting on in and saying, hey, this looks exactly like my base. Alright, Warp Gate research, nothing too different there. And hey, Lilbow is going for Adept, and so is ShoWTimE. I am a giant liar. They both went for Adepts. Alright, Adept opener off of one gate for these guys. I'm not sure how aggressive they can necessarily be with them. They might just be for defense against their other players' Adepts. And look at this, moving right into a Twilight Council. This might be the most, like, mirror matchup, same build game I've ever cast. I've ever seen, maybe. Look at this. Just insane how similar this is. Mothership core, is Lilbow going to get one of those? Lilbow, don't break from tradition. No. Alright, that's it. That's the difference. Lilbow does not get a mothership core as early as ShoWTimE does. Done. Finished. Probe holding the Zelnaga Watchtower. Lilbow, what are you doing instead? Oh, Dark Shrine? Is that a Dark Shrine, my lord? Why, yes, I think it is. Perhaps we shall use that to get inside ShoWTimE's base and destroy all of his probes. Yes, I think that would be marvelous, my lord, an excellent choice, and I commend you on your intelligence. Yes, that's exactly what's going on in one of these players' heads. Probably Lilbow's, since he's the only one that knows about that Dark Shrine. Adept does kill a probe, so that worked out. That worked out for ShoWTimE. Got himself the first kill in this game. Single probe has died. Yeah, we're in there now. We are ready to go. Alright, so Dark Shrine is the tech for our North Pro... What on... Okay. This is just silly now. A Dark Shrine for ShoWTimE 2? And another gateway? Yep. Yes, it is. And both players getting a robotics facility. Did Lilbow ever get that mothership core? Yes, Lilbow did. Alright, there it is. How much energy does it have? 63 energy versus 99. Yeah. Alright, so it's definitely later, but pretty much basically the same darn build for both these guys. Units tab, 39 to 40 harvesters, 2 adepts, 2 mothership cores, 1 stalker for Lilbow, and starting his Dark Templar production as well as getting Blink. So what a ramp up here. Forward pylon, and here comes the DT. We're going to follow him. DTs are fun to follow. Sneaking on in there with his little scythe thing. Oh yeah. He is the Grim Reaper for sure. So the question is, what does ShoWTimE have to deal with this? He has an observer on the way, but is not here yet and running away. Wow, ShoWTimE saw the shimmer. Saw the shimmer. Adepts trying to hold the line. Oh no, it wasn't a full wall-off. Oh no, DTs for ShoWTimE actually killing stuff too. This is insane. So DT killing probes. Probes running away, trying to just do a full wall here. But the observer, I think, is out. Yes, the observer is out. And a photon overcharge trying to take down this DT. He is completely almost dead. And I think the DT down here died as well. Yes, so one DT has died for both of these players. This one's still running around being annoying. Actually getting 2, 3 probe kills. Photon overcharge takes it down, though. However, extra probe kills definitely add up here. 5 probe kills for Lilbow, but only 3 for ShoWTimE. Alright, alrighty then. Those are the only 3 that ShoWTimE got? That's surprising. I think I had more than that. Either way, DT attacks at the exact same time. Both players getting their 3rd Nexus at the exact same time. Are these guys separated from birth or what? ShoWTimE is getting an Immortal as well as charge for his Zealots. Lilbow going for Sentries, finishing up that there Blink and getting more and more gateways. That forward pylon is still here for Lilbow. He can still use that if he wants. I feel like a DT attack down here might be pretty effective, actually. Like maybe 4 DTs, just hack, 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 and the Nexus is gone before ShoWTimE can respond to it too quickly. Maybe that would not work out. Maybe Lilbow knows more than I do. In fact, I'm pretty sure that he does. So Stalker, Sentry, Immortal. Right here. With some Adepts for Lilbow. ShoWTimE, meanwhile, has more of a Adept, Sentry, Stalker, Immortal play himself. What is going on? Forward pylon for ShoWTimE is sniped right on down. A probe going to scout out once again to see what is happening to make sure that 3rd base is there. If it's a straight 2-base attack from Lilbow, that could be a problem for ShoWTimE. And yes, he does scout it, does die for his trouble, but the probe knew that was a possibility. And Lilbow heading on out. Forward pylon for Lilbow getting sniped down too. Kaboosh. Here come the Stalkers. The Adepts are a little bit slower, trailing on behind, but the Blink Stalkers ready to go. A free Immortal. Can they get it easily? Easily getting the Immortal and losing a couple Stalkers though. In the process, a lot of Stalkers are here. Force fields, photon overcharge, trying to do what it can, forcing away Lilbow's army pretty darn fantastically there. The Zealots ready to go. They do have charge. As you can see, allows the Zealots to intercept nearby enemies, dealing 8 damage to the charged target. Also increases the regular movement speed of Zealots. The ability can be only used once every 7 seconds. That's been around since Wings of Liberty. Pretty fun little upgrade there. So Zealots seem to be the difference here for ShoWTimE. Immortals, both players have Immortals. So Stalkers for Lilbow, Zealots for ShoWTimE. I'm not sure if that's the right way to go here. Is nobody going to get Disruptors? That's my question. Are we not going to see any Disruptor tennis at all in this PvP? That's entirely possible. It really is. APM right now, 350 on average for Lilbow, playing at 430-ish. ShoWTimE about 250 himself. No slouch in that department. Resources lost tab. Hey, look, 1337. 1,337 minerals lost for Lilbow. Warp Prism, Snipe, no. 400 gas as well. 1,000 minerals, 300 gas for ShoWTimE. A little bit ahead in that department. I think he's trying to find that Warp Prism. He wants it dead, man. He wants that Warp Prism to die. Hallucinated Phoenix rolls in, gets killed, sees exactly what we're dealing with. It's 131 to 117 total supply. ShoWTimE looking strong. Is he going for it? Wow, ShoWTimE coming on in with these Zealots and the Archons. Pretty good positioning from Lilbow. Can't really get to the Stalkers. The force fields are amazing. Double, triple photon overcharge coming up. And yeah, I think that's enough to shunt ShoWTimE away from this base. And you're not getting through that, my friend. More, nope, Templar. Into Archons? Yep, into an Archon with more and more Zealots here. Upgrades on these guys, none. None whatsoever. No upgrades for Lilbow either. Both getting +1 attack at the same time because of course they are. And just trying to sneak up here full wall with a Disruptor at the top of the ramp. So Lilbow actually does get a Disruptor, breaking the non-aggression pact. Archon's trying to kill Pylons, but I mean, Lilbow's not even really microing here. He doesn't have to. He throws down Photon Overcharge, keeps his Stalkers and Immortals back behind the Nexus, and he's pretty much okay. Forced to take out his own Pylon to allow the Disruptor out. 2 Disruptors here, actually. Attacking once again, getting the Robotics Bay. Oh! Bit of a bad placement there, I think, from Lilbow. Not what he wanted to see at all. Another Photon Charge comes up. No more Disruptors for a while now for Lilbow. Actually, does he have 2? How is he still making that 1? Robotics Bay, where are you? I don't know. Doesn't it cancel existing production, or I don't. Once again, just kind of poking in, just gently checking out what's going on here is ShoWTimE. Huh. All right. So it has a pretty good contain, does ShoWTimE. Is he going to go for a 4th base? I do not know. Warp Prism here is fully scouted by ShoWTimE's Adept. Stalker runs in to see what's going on and blinks away before it dies because it cares about its life, and it can do that sort of thing. So Disruptor count is officially 3-0. ShoWTimE not making any disruptors whatsoever, but he is getting a 4th Nexus here at the gold. If he can keep Lilbow contained here, that might be enough. That might be enough for him to win this game. So here comes a big army. Observer ends up dead. Are the Zealots going to charge in there? There are disruptors, though. Purification Novas do really well against Zealots. A Nova comes in. No, the disruptor gets killed first. Big, big, big Convave. Another disruptor hit is killing Archons, is greatly weakening Immortals. It is Archon and Immortal versus Zealot, Archon and Immortal. The Stalker's doing a lot of damage here, though. +1 attack on these guys. More and more Stalkers blinking away. And ShoWTimE is forced to retreat. Lilbow has broken it, I think. No, the Zealots come in once again, trying to charge, but Lilbow says, if I just blink out, you can't do much of anything here at all. Warp Prism. No Blink Stalkers to take care of it. The Archons can chase it around, but it's pretty quick. These guys move at a move speed of 4.13. Woo! Zippy indeed. Archons move at 3.94. So fast themselves, but Warp Prisms are faster still. And ShoWTimE getting Stargates. 2 Stargates, likely for Tempest. Tempests are a good answer to the Disruptors. They can outrange them very easily. They don't actually take damage from Disruptors because Disruptors only attack ground units. Disruptor here shoots a Purification Nova, which is a ball of energy that lasts 2 seconds and emits a powerful Nova dealing 145 splash damage and an additional 55 shield damage to nearby ground units and structures. That might have been changed by now. I'm about 2 weeks ahead in my buffer, which means at this point I think the balance patch might have posted about 2 weeks ago. So this isn't fully up to date. I hope you'll forgive me for that, but I like having a buffer up just in case something happens so that you guys don't lose your casts, because I know how much it means to you that you get these. Warp Prism moving on into that 4th base, possibly a harassment from this Warp Prism at the other 4th base because these guys are twins, man. Separated at birth. ShoWTimE has a DT here. Gonna kill these transferring probes. Excellent play indeed. Nicely done. Getting 4 kills immediately and running for its own life. Run DT. Another drop in here of Zealots. Gonna kill more and more probes. Trying to kill this cannon. The cannon dies almost immediately. A lot of probes are dying. This is helping him massively. Another attack from Zealots into this 3rd base. Not as successful, but this one is still ongoing. Holy smokes, Lilbow. You're losing all your workers, man. What is happening here? 27 workers have died. It's 60-42 in favor of the red Protoss. That attack is still up here. No. That one got cleaned up. It's over. Okay, so Lilbow has stabilized, but whoa, nice hit. Nice hit from ShoWTimE. Multiple drops at the same time at all sorts of bases. So right now, ShoWTimE is up in total supply, is up in worker count too. I think Lilbow might need to do this thing now, or fairly soon, because he's behind in economy, and that can snowball pretty darn fast. So not getting Tempest, actually. I think I saw a Phoenix in production for ShoWTimE, which is weird. He does have 5 Phoenix. Alright, what's he going to do with those? Possibly lifting the Disruptors. We've seen that before. Another attack with Zealots in here. Wow, Zealot versus Zealot. +2 attack on ShoWTimE's. +2 attack on Lilbow's. Another move on in here, and going for it is ShoWTimE. Phoenix getting rid of that Warp Prism and lifting the Disruptors. Lifting Stalkers here too. Immortals in the back for ShoWTimE. Killing everything, though. Doing so much damage to these armored units. Disruptors getting killed as well. However, the Archons on the bottom side don't take extra damage from the Immortals, but this is just too many. Too many Immortals for these Stalkers, not even really doing that much Blink Micro. Lilbow bringing in some of his own DTs, and the Immortals not actually standing in and fighting at all, but retreating. I thought they could handle it. I really did. Is ShoWTimE going to warp in more units here? He might as well. He's worried about his front door, which I can understand. ShoWTimE is making more Archons, more DTs. That +3 ground weapons almost done. Lilbow's is not there yet. He hasn't even started it yet. And the Warp Prism gets taken down by the Stalkers, just barely within range of that attack. Alright, so ShoWTimE is up 60-36 workers. Again, 33 probes have died for Lilbow. Only 5 for ShoWTimE. Resources lost tab, 12,500 minerals lost for Lilbow, 6,200 gas lost as well, and 14,000 and 4,000 on the other side. ShoWTimE's been so good here. Another attack forward, forcing a cancel on some pylons. Lilbow, he's going to try to get into that 4th, I guess. DT's in the front line here. Photon Overcharge doing a lot of damage as well. Stalkers trying to focus down what they can. Archon at the front does get evaporated finally. Pylons getting killed here. 2 Immortals with 5 kills. That's just such a big group of Immortal Archon. I feel like ShoWTimE should be able to win this thing, but losing a cannon. Another cannon here getting some shots off as well. No armor upgrades at all in the Stalker, so they are weakened by those hits at a pretty substantial amount. And oh, getting the cannon so the DTs are more effective. Oh no, ShoWTimE, do you not have an observer? Oh wait, maybe he did. I don't know. It's not looking good for Lilbow though. This small group of Stalkers is getting completely overwhelmed, and that's it. A GG from Lilbow. Lilbow is defeated. ShoWTimE's victorious, and Lilbow has left the game. Nicely done, ShoWTimE. I'd have to say Lilbow was probably the fan favorite coming into this game, but ShoWTimE really played that well. Again, it just came down to those Warp Prism drops, man. Dropping Zealots and DTs at this base, and this base, and this base, and this base simultaneously. I don't even know how he did that while maintaining his army advantage back home. Lilbow recognized he had to do something drastic. He had to kill workers. He had to wipe out ShoWTimE's army or something to get back into this game, and he just couldn't do it. He couldn't make it happen. ShoWTimE continued making Immortals, which are a great answer to these Stalkers. Archons here too, absorbing a ton of damage. Zealots with the charge, and he made Zealots work. Not a single disruptor made by ShoWTimE in that game. That's pretty impressive. Well done, ShoWTimE. My hat is off to you. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Sippin'.